In southern Howard County near Cresco, there are two farms where Norman Borlaug started life. His birthplace farmstead and his boyhood home were both gifted to the Norman Borlaug Historic Foundation by his family.
We are responsible for taking care of his birthplace and his boyhood farms. We're in the barn of the birthplace where he was born in the house.
Borlaug was born in 1914. Like many boys of his day, he could have stayed on the farm. It was his cousin Sina who lobbied for him to get into high school. His parents agreed after the family bought this Fordson tractor. Norman would not be needed to drive that team of horses thanks to this newfangled technology.
Because Norm, when he gave us this farm, he started our foundation, but he gave us these properties along with his sisters to preserve, because this was an important part of his life. This is where he learned his ethical and moral values growing up here.
Borlaug went on to high school in Cresco. He had dreams of playing for the Chicago Cubs. He studied forestry at the University of Minnesota and then went on to find a way to feed millions.
This story needs to be made into a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be like a Steven Spielberg. He was credited with saving 1 billion lives through his work. He was an agricultural scientist, a humanitarian. He was called the father of the Green Revolution.
If you visit this farm, you can see the Sears mail-order kit home that his parents had delivered and built on this farm. A statue depicts his life as the hand that fed the chickens here went on to feed the world. Visitors tour the barn where the Borlaugs milk cows.
Just to be able to go back to where it all started with Norman Borlaug, and pretty humble beginnings for an individual that went on to be recognized worldwide as being one of the most important hunger fighters of his generation.
Well, members of this organization are working hard to keep the Dr. Borlaug story alive because the work he began to feed so many hungry people is not yet complete.
You know, he's done so much. He's credited with saving 1 billion lives, but still, as we speak, there's 900 million people around the world that are not getting sufficient nutrition to lead healthy lives.
From Howard County, Ron Riley, Channel 13 News.